cigarette.
Here one minute, gone the next. There's no heart beating inside your chest. It's vanished into thin air, never to be seen again. Never to be seen again. Never to be seen never to be seen again. Never to be seen again. Lick my lips as you walked away. There's nothing left except an empty space. Disappeared without a trace. No memory leaves a dead aftertaste. Ooh, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. Ooh, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. You're dead to You're dead to me. You're dead I got trapped in your eyes the moment you looked at me. From across the room, those eyes kept following me. Something popped in my brain. Oh, baby, only you I see. Feels like I'm going insane, and only you can save me. Feels like I'm drowning in ocean's blue. Baby, come on, baby, baby, come on, let's go. I'm losing control of the lights in this space. Keep jumping around, all I see is your face. Now you're moving closer, no time to escape. Your hand on my shoulder. ocean sand. You told me don't worry as the moonlight gled. I pulled you in close, so whispered I'm not scared. I'm losing control, all the lights in this space keep jumping around, all I see is your face. And you're moving closer, no time to escape. Your hand on my shoulder shoots me into space. And I can't deny how badly I need you now. 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 I need you
Ayo. Ayo, hi chat. Oh, I don't have the other light. Right? Chi. I don't have it set up properly. Yeah, but this is good. This is alright. Hi guys. Hi chat. How are you? Yeah, this is not the day we usually stream, and I'm here alone. Those are two things that we need to like get straight at the beginning of the live stream. So why am I live on Sunday? Tomorrow I'm going on a trip with my work for a week, so I had to decide if I want to spend my evening like a normal human being, like preparing for this field trip, or watching some movie or something like that, so just chilling, or I could have pushed myself and live stream for you. Do you think? Do you know what I have chosen? Could you answer me? Yeah. So I'm live. Because we won't be able to be live for about a week, and the upcoming live stream will be like next Monday, not this Monday, but next Monday. It pisses me off a bit, but yeah, we'll manage somehow. So we're live now, or at least I am, because XM's away, and I don't think anyone from the studio is free. Does have free time for me. Yeah, I could have spent the time prepping some good, nutritious meal. So I baked a pizza, and I'm live. There are some things I want to talk about before I go on this trip. There are some things I want to try before I go on this trip. So that's why I'm live. Yeah, that's everything that I wanted to say, actually. I'm gonna eat my snack. At least a bigger part of it. And we'll get on with the stream. It won't be a super long stream. We'll see how I'll manage. But yeah, this one won't be too long. Not like we normally stream for longer than 4 hours, but I think you understand what I mean by that. You can play some videos before I finish my snack. What will you recommend me? Nothing good. That's why we don't see anything. Okay, this sounds interesting. Spider-Man 2 at 360p with DLSS 4. Okay, I kinda wanna see that. I kinda wanna see that. Oh, I cannot click the button because my hand's filthy. Wait. Nice. Okay, so you're telling me Spider-Man 2 at 360p with DLSS 4. Okay. I kind of want to know how this thing looks, actually.
Welcome to another video. Now, I've been having a lot of fun messing around with NVIDIA DLSS Override. Adding the latest version of DLSS to games has produced some surprising results, especially...
Okay, give me 2K.
As far as picture quality is concerned. In the last video we upscaled a few games from 480p to 1440p with DLSS 4, but today we're going even lower. This is New York City in 360p, courtesy of Spider-Man 2. I'd suggest a clean install of the latest 572.16 drivers and the NVIDIA app, and once you've got both, open the app and go to the graphics tab. If Spider-Man 2 isn't listed, even when you refresh your games list, you should be able to add it manually by clicking the 3 vertical dots and selecting Add Program. Just find the Spider-Man 2.exe, click Open, and you'll be good to go. After that, we'll click the DLSS Override Models preset button under the Driver Settings section before changing the Use 3D Application setting option to Latest. I'm using an i7-12700F with an RTX 4060, and I was surprised to see this 8GB card hitting 60 frames per second. Well, 59 overall, but close enough, right? I have gone way overboard with the settings. I've maxed the game out, bar ray tracing, which is completely disabled for now. The medium or high presets are probably the more sensible choice for a card like this, but that would be too easy. Jumping into the menu and enabling DLSS should give our average FPS a boost, as well as our frame time figures. I decided to go with Ultra Performance out of pure curiosity. Again, not the most sensible choice, but I had to see the city in glorious 640 by 360. How bad could it be? After all, Ultra Performance with the new DLSS looks way better than the default DLSS. I say it every time, but video compression will affect the final outcome, so you're probably looking at this and thinking it looks blurrier than looking at your monitor through glasses smeared with petroleum jelly. From where I'm sitting though, this ain't bad for 360p. There are definitely some noticeable visual artifacts. There are on-screen effects that occur when you deploy the wings or shoot a web or use webs.
That's pretty cool. Like, I'm sorry, but that's pretty cool. I know the DLSS has a not so great history with the smearing and the visual artifacts, but it's still a wonder.
And with the Ultra Performance preset, there is ghosting around these effects. I found a couple of extra options under the Accessibility tab, including Motion Blur, Depth of Field, Chromatic Aberration, and Camera Shake, which were on by default, so I turned...
Am I the only one who's not disabling those things, chat? Like, I really don't hate those additional things, because I'm used to seeing them in movies, and I'm like, okay, I want to see a chromatic aberration on my game. It looks good. I want to see a depth of field on my game. The motion blur I get, but depth of field and chromatic aberration, film grain. I love film grain. Oh, I really love film grain. Do you switch those things off, chat? Tell me. Let's continue.
Turn those off, and it helps a little with the ghosting around Spider-Man when turning the camera quite fast. It's still not perfect though at this resolution, but I think that's to be expected. Effects on top of effects. The water is also glitchy as lots of flickering going on here, but then again there was some flickering even when DLSS was turned off, at least in my experience when using this card. Obviously not as significantly as this, however. Apart from that, I don't think there's too much to complain about here, and our frame rate has jumped over 30 FPS on average. I like this as a feature, not as a must-have. I don't want to have to play upcoming games at 360p because optimization is non-existent, but I like the fact this could be used, perhaps to a less extreme extent, for keeping older...
Reasonable. Really good opinion in my opinion.
RTX cards ticking years from now. For the third and final time, I decided to take things to an unnecessary...
What the heck is that? Ambient occlusion. XE GTO. I don't know this thingy. Cool.
very extreme. First it was the max settings, then it was the 360p upscaling, and now it's the ultimate ray tracing preset. Ray reconstruction can stay turned off though, because that further impacts our frame rate, whether we're using the legacy or the transformer model. Not that what you're about to see is playable, or is it? Well, here we are with Spider-Man 2 maxed out with the highest ray tracing preset at a glorious upscaled 360p, of course. 53 FPS isn't too bad, and again I'd probably recommend the medium preset and the high RT preset with a 4060, as well as DLSS balanced if you...
What GPU did he say he has? 4060? Okay.
You want a nice combination of visual quality and performance. That said, I thought we may as well take in the sights at a glorious 360p, which doesn't look too bad at all in my opinion, thanks to the latest DLSS. As a little side note, I literally did not even know this game was coming to PC until a couple of days ago. I think I saw Crispy's video over on Zworms Gaming, and I thought, well, what's happened here? when did this come to PC? There's like no marketing. You couldn't pre-order it. I don't even think there was any like minimum requirements listed anywhere until hours before it came out. So yeah, a bit of a weird one. I have heard reports of performance being quite bad on a few different cards. I myself have experienced a few crashes when turning the settings right up on the 4060, so I think some work still needs to be done. But yeah, just weird that this sort of came out of nowhere on PC. But hopefully...
Really cool. Very cool. How long? Okay, half a year old. I really like DLSS, to be fair. Like, I can see a lot of people like screaming that DLSS is a bad thing, but in my humble opinion, I really like playing games that my GPU couldn't be able to run in 4K. I really like it. I played the whole God of War like that, and it's pretty cool, I would say. But of course you need to have a stable optimized game underneath the DLSS optimization, because then it's just an add-on that will boost your game, which is optimized really good and looks beautiful on even a medium rate GPUs. Or you can do it like mainstream AAA games and just forget about optimization. Give it DLSS and it'll look bad, but people still buy it, right? The temporal factor with TRS or DLSS doesn't really matter, right? Right, chat? What the hell am I seeing? Witcher 4 baked water simulation tutorial. Okay, I want to see that. I want to see that. I'm sorry. I have 1/4 of my pizza to finish. Let's watch this thing. Oh, bad scene. Sorry, I cannot switch it with my left hand because I have pizza in it.
In this tutorial, we are going to cover how to set up a baked river simulation in Unreal Engine 5.
Okay.
It takes advantage of Unreal Engine's built-in water and shallow body simulation system, but now gives us the ability to actually bake that simulation into a super efficient but really good looking simulation playback of a river. And we're still able to maintain things floating on the river or making ripples as we walk through it with a character. It's a really great new feature that's built into Unreal Engine, and I'm going to show you how to set it up. Let's get into it. And the plugins we need to enable here are, of course, the water plugin, which contains the water bodies that were going to be the basis for this. So river bodies, lake bodies, ocean bodies. Then we're going to turn on buoyancy, which is a plugin that lets us have things float on the water with buoyancy. And then we're going to also need to turn on water advanced, and this is where those actual shallow body simulations that we're going to be baking are set up. Once we've enabled all those plugins, I'm going to go ahead and hit restart now. And when we successfully restart, you should get this message log pop-up, which is basically telling us that the water body collision type is not included in our default engine INI file. I'm not sure why it's not included, but if you're enabling river body to my level, I can go ahead and drop it in, and you can see it automatically deforms my landscape, which is really great. So I'm going to go ahead and angle it this way and go ahead, click on some of the spline points and position them to be a little bit like a river going down the hill here. Now, the way we control the look of this river is done in a few different ways. Each of these spline points has settings here under the water drop down that would spline river width a little bit. The variation to the river on either side. And now we need to connect the shallow water sim out the material to going to actually simulate the water coming down. Choose reset. When we hit reset, it's going to actually simulate the water coming. Looks cool. Now that we've better with the actual foam simulation, which we'll see in a second. Now that we've connected our water body river, we can scroll up to the top of the asset in the details panel and choose reset. When we hit reset, it's going to actually simulate the water coming down our river here, which is really cool. However, we occasionally may run into issues where kind of overflows outside of the bounds of the curve, especially here in these curved areas of the river. It has more of an opportunity to kind of like flow over the edge. And there's two different ways we can go about fixing this. The first is that we can tell the water body river to try to keep to the shape of the curve a little more closely. And to do that, we can scroll down here to the simulation section, and here where it says remove outside of spline amount, we can up that to 100. That'll probably help a little bit, or you could try 200 even. You can see that helps a little bit, but the second way we would address fixing this, if we did have this situation in a river, it probably would overflow just because of the shape of the landscape. What we can do is we can increase the kind of the height of on either side of the river of the bank. So the way we do that is come over to our actual water body river, scroll to the part where it says water height map settings, and this looks really cool. Way it blends.
I never tried to work with water in Unreal, to be fair. I always wanted to try it, but I never got I never got to it. We just haven't had any project that would require a water simulation yet. But I would like to try this. I'm just thinking, where would I use this? Like, water is good everywhere, right? But I should try to. Oh, it's really.
Maybe something like this would be cool. Okay, so when we come over here,
no, it's not. I was thinking that it is actually reacting to it now, but it doesn't look like that. Oh, you need to address that it is a collider. Okay, understandable. Now it is colliding. Okay, that's cool.
Water subsystem, and we let it finish loading. Now my character is making ripples in the water, and any character
really cool.
That cube.
Okay, I need to try that. Ah, my camera went off. Sorry. Okay, I finished my food. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and I'll be back to you guys. I'll be back to you, and we can do some things. Hey mate, I love your stream. Really solid work. I'm sharing tips or tip or idea and Revit together for more growth. Let's connect on Discord. I feel like that's a spam. Because you already left, so. Yeah, give me a sec. I'll be back. I just need to take this to a different room, so give me a sec. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. It's been so long, right? So, a lot of things have happened. A lot of things have happened in past week or so. For me, for studio, I finished my bachelor's degree with my optimizing work. Optimization work, because I've been doing a project that's been doing some cool stuff with optimization in Unreal Engine, and it's lovely that it's got approved and stuff like that, so that's cool. And I probably will be releasing it in English even, because I think that work got some potential and it's gonna help some people. So that's one thing that happened. Not a big thing, really, for me. Yeah. I had so much trouble with this bachelor's degree, guys. It's so nice to finally have it like done. Let's play some music. Yeah. That could work, that could work. Let's play this one. So that happened. A lot of things as well. I started working. I'm teaching right now. That's my second job. Yeah. Still doing visual effects as a freelancer, and I'm even in talks with my university to be helping there with some special stuff, since they saw my bachelor's degree work. So that might happen. A lot of things, but I should get a lot more optimized timing on things, so I will be able to dedicate more to you, which is what I'm trying to achieve, to give YouTube and Vitai Studio as much time as I can. But it doesn't always work, right? Why would it? That'll be too easy. But what I want to talk about is a movie that probably changed my life a bit, because Demon Slayer Infinity Castle has premiered. It has premiered on 11th of September, right? Yeah, in Czech Republic. So I've seen it a day before America. That's nice. I was on the premiere. It was actually my first movie in IMAX. I've seen some movies in 4DX, which I really like for action movies, but this was my first movie that I've watched in IMAX. And it was freaking cool. And I want to give you my review. There are some people I want to shame. I want to shame IGN really bad. I want to shame a Czech translator for the movie, because the translation of the original voice actors in Japanese was really bad, I think. Not really bad, but I kind of got a sense of how things I've kind of gotten a sense of how Japanese sounds and what it means just a bit. I want to learn Japanese. I'm trying, at least. It's hard. But there are some sentences in Demon Slayer that are that I remembered, and they were translated badly. But that's just a Czech thing. Hopefully I'll be able to find a cinema where they have English subtitles. That'll be so much better for me. So I went to the cinema. I took Exim with me. And that's an important part, because Exim haven't seen the series. Haven't seen it. I just was like, hey, I'm going there. Do you want to go with me? And he was like, heck yeah, why not? Do I need to watch the series before that? And I was like, yeah, you should. He wasn't able to fit it in, because tight schedule, I understand that. So I gave him just an hour rundown of what happened in the series. I showed him some of those cool fights and those memorable moments, so he knew what's up. But he hasn't seen the series, so a lot of things that happened, he was clueless about them. That's a very important thing. That's a very important thing. We're gonna get back to that when we discuss the IGN review. We went there. I was super hyped. Then people with costumes of Tanjiro started coming in, costumes of Zenitsu, and I was like, okay, I'm at the right place. I see my people. It was so cool. Then the movie started. First, I'm gonna give you the spoiler-free review, which is, I think this movie is 10 out of 10 right now. Probably gonna have to see it for the second time to be sure, but I think the phasing of the movie was great. Yes, I understand that some people will hate the amount of flashbacks that is in that movie, but I don't really mind it. I feel like I really like when stories have depth to them. I would be pissed if it would be cut to a normal 20-minute show, and I would need to wait for the rest of the fight for like 4 weeks. Then I would be pissed. But since I knew that those fights that were in the movie will be finished in this movie, I wasn't pissed to watch a 20-minute flashback. Just my opinion, but I understand why people have a different opinion about this. Fighting scenes are fucking amazing. Like, I think I haven't seen better fighting sequence in a long time, maybe in all the time. Like, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen fights, the last big one was really cool, but I think this is on a whole nother level for me. Like, sound-wise, visually, I think it was just stunning. After the movie, I was like, what the fuck did we just watch? What the hell was this? It was so great. So just to review it with numbers, I think the whole movie 10 out of 10. Phasing, understandable why people would hate it. Let's say 8 out of 10. For me, it's 9 out of 10. Yes, one flashback was too long for me, but still good. Visual effects, fight sequences, like million out of 10. What I do with Demon Slayer, to be specific, is that I watch it in 0.25x speed, and I'm taking notes on those fighting scenes and some sequences, because I just want to recreate them. And I don't think I've ever done it with other thing than Demon Slayer. But yeah, that's what I'm doing as a filmmaker, and I will not stop doing that. I am praying for it to be released on the internet really soon, because I want to watch it again. I want to watch it in 0.25x speed, and I want to watch like every single scene, frame by frame, of them fighting, and just taking notes and taking inspiration. So that's what I'm rooting for. Story-wise, it was great. Like, the depth of the story was really cool, really sad in some moments. And yeah, I think that's everything. Voice actors were fucking great. I'm waiting for the English dubbing. I'm gonna watch it with English dubbing, because I like some voices in English. I'm not saying it's better, but I think it's a bit different, and I want to watch it as well. So I'm waiting for that. I don't know if they're even like releasing it with English dubbing in Czech Republic in cinema. I don't really know if that is possible to watch that movie with English dubbing, because then I might probably watch it again in cinema. Like, this is one of the movies that I could go to cinema like for a couple times, and I might do it. I might really do it. Maybe in 4DX. And that doesn't happen to me often. So to all of you Demon Slayer fans who haven't seen it yet, go watch it. It deserves your time, and I think it'll be really cool to watch it in cinema for the first time. That's for the spoiler-free part. Now for the let me give you the whole story part. Beginning. The intro song starting after the quick rundown of what happened. Fucking cool. The intro song was fucking cool. Tanjiro just falling, and I was like, okay, this is already epic. That impact, that fucking heavy impact that was there for the whole movie from the intro when the title dropped was amazing. Was really, really, really amazing. The whole intro, perfect. Then there was the Doma fight, right? Is the top 2 named Doma? Toma. No, I'm sorry, I'm stupid. With I always forgot her name. Come on, how is she called? Shinobu Ahai? How could I have forgot Shinobu's name? Yeah, and the one thing I wanna shame on the Czech translation, Hashiras were translated as pillars, which I suppose is correct translation, but it was translated as pillars. And seeing Akaza saying something like, so you must be a pillar, and I was like, yeah. The only thing that wasn't translated was Hinokami Kagura, and I was like, so this is some kind of attack that shouldn't be translated because it sounds good. But then why have you translated Hashira? Why have you translated any breathing techniques? Because I think the original sound of that is great. And some other words were translated and they weren't supposed to be, but yeah, that's my personal blame of Czech translation. Doesn't really matter. So, fight between Shinobu and Doma. Pretty fucking cool from the beginning. Then the set part happens. It was quite disturbing for me to see it. And I was like, okay, we're going this way. I didn't know who is about to die, and I won't know it till the other movie. Don't spoil it for me. In comments on this video, XM will be the first one reading those comments, and if there will be some spoiler, he will be banning you. I won't be reading those. I don't want to have this story spoiled. I have stood by that for a long time, so I will wait for extra 4 years. God damn. I want to see another movie so bad. So this fight went on. Very cool, very sad. Cool flashbacks. I knew about her sister, but it was good to have it on big screen. Freaking cool. Then Zenitsu fight. Yeah, and I knew that this would be there because I've seen people hyping Zenitsu, and at the end of the Hashira training arc, he was prepared to give them some lightning. So the 7th form, pretty fucking cool. The fight, the music of Zenitsu fight is, I don't know what makes it a bit I know what makes it a bit different, but it's so cool. And I don't know how to describe how cool, why I think the Zenitsu team is so cool. It starts so friendly, but then it switches. But you can still hear the. I don't think it's probably a synthesizer of some sort, still playing that family-friendly vibe music, and you can see this guy just slashing demons with lightning pretty fucking fast. I like his soundtrack. Then he delivers the final blow. We can see some flashbacks that were really cool. The story between him and his quote-unquote brother was pretty fucking cool. So that I really liked. And then I think we're switching to the Akaza fight, right? There wasn't anything in between. There were some flashbacks, yes. They were really cool, but after this there is an Akaza fight. And let me get you started on Akaza fight. Man. First of all, I really like when an character progresses and he's acknowledged for that. So in that brief moment where Akaza jumped Tanjiro and he was able to deflect him and attack twice without any problem, without any hesitation, and just seeing Gyu acknowledge that Tanjiro is on Hashira level, that was, I think, the best moment for me in cinema. Like, that was pure cinema. Seeing Tanjiro being able to fight Akaza, and Akaza being like, okay, I can see this is a problem. That face he had when Tanjiro slashed his face, that was, I think, my favorite part. Yeah, it wasn't the best visual part, but the acknowledgement of his hard work is the thing that I've been waiting for. So that happened. That was fucking cool. And then the real fight began. Gyu just being a strong ass, fighting Akaza with cool sequences that I cannot remember, because it's been a long fight with really cool choreography, and I want to see that again and again and again. So Crunchyroll, please release it like tomorrow, or I'll lose my mind, or I need to rent a cinema. Like, just call them, every Sunday give me an theatrical release of Infinity Castle, and I'll be there every Sunday until it is on digital on Crunchyroll. I'll be there. So he was fighting, he started losing. Tanjiro was masterminding Akaza, which I thought was really cool. He was like, what the hell is happening? Then Gyu got his mark, right? That was freaking cool. And then he went full god mode, and I loved that. A bit more fighting, and then a lot of flashbacks. I really liked the Tanjiro dad flashback. As I said, it's true. I really like that. I really like the theme from the 19th episode of the first season behind that. The first Hinokami Kagura theme. Played in piano in this flashback. I was hoping a bit when I saw his dad and Bear that he would use Hinokami Kagura, or just seeing him breathe out the fire. That was one thing that I was a bit hoping for. I know that this might have been better, but I was hoping for his dad to use whoosh and then slicing the head of that bear off. But I understand why they haven't done that. What what else? Then Tanjiro going full X-ray mode was freaking cool. Him being just overpowered. I think we need that for Muzan. I think we really need that. Then he sliced off Akaza's head. Then 30 minutes of flashbacks with some interesting parts of him being able to regenerate his head even after being beheaded, and all the others saying that he's evolving to something new. I think that he was getting near Muzan level, because he's able to regenerate his head after being beheaded. And from how the other what's that their name? 12 Kizuki, am I right? 12. Yeah, I'm right. The top two, no, the top one, was like, them from all from all demons you have been able to experience this and then fail. So I think that is like the one step between them and Muzan, which is cool that Akaza was able to get for a brief second, and then was like, okay, there's a mosquito on me, and went killing himself. That was really cool. Yeah, I think that's the whole story of that movie. Every part of it was beautiful, was really cool. The choreography was stunning. Music, banger. Like, best music. Sound effects, extremely cool. Visually unforgettable, but technically forgettable, because it was really cool and really flashy, and I need to watch it like 20 times to remember it. But man, I cannot wait to see this released digitally. Can I buy a Blu-ray of an anime movie in Czech Republic? That's what I want to know, because I want to watch this in Blu-ray. Can I buy Mugen Train? Because I don't want to see it with the compression. I would really want to... Okay, yeah, I can definitely buy that from Amazon. Yeah, they're delivering to Czech Republic. Nice. Okay, so that might be a movie that I will probably buy in a Blu-ray. But I don't have a Blu-ray player. The last Blu-ray player that I have is PS3. But I need to have this movie without compression, so it might be time to buy a Blu-ray player. That's how much I like this movie. I think after this movie, the Demon Slayer is the best anime for me. I think there's nothing that has a more hype and that delivered such cool thing for me as Demon Slayer. From the I still, and then that's one thing about me. If you would ask me as a filmmaker, what is like the best piece of cinema for me, then I would say to you, Demon Slayer, first series, 19 episodes, first Hinokami Kagura. That's, I think, my favorite piece of cinema that there is. Yeah, I think it is. I think it really is. It might not be the best thing in the world, but it's really the best for me for the emotional and visual aspect of it. And the mix of this action scene and slow emotional song was something I've never seen before. So I think that's still my favorite piece of cinema. And this is topping it. This is really topping it. So yeah, that's I think my review for Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Yeah, and IGN. As I said, there was my friend who haven't seen anything from Demon Slayer, just the fights that I showed him and a recap that he will be able to follow up with the story. The guy that did the review for IGN was like, you can get lost in that story and it's not for newcomers and stuff like that. I showed Axim the review before the movie, and after the movie, the 6 out of 10 was from that moment our inside joke. Because I cannot see any living human being being able to rate this 6 out of 10 and on the same scale having She-Hulk at 8 out of 10. Yes, you could have given it 6 out of 10, but then She-Hulk would have been like -5. Yeah, I could understand if this was some really harsh movie critic that his best score was like 7 out of 10 for any movie, giving 6 out of 10 to Demon Slayer. Understandable then. But given 8 out of 10 to fucking She-Hulk, then I found out that they gave 7 out of 10 to Loki, which I think is really fucking beautiful show. It's just pissing me off. I don't think you have any jurisdiction of rating anything, IGN. My humble opinion. Because Infinity Castle might not be the best piece of cinema, objectively, but it doesn't deserve 6 out of 10. I would give it 10 out of GG. Man. I would give it 10 out of 10, but I would understand, like, I would 8 out of 10. I would understand that. It's not for everyone. Some people don't like action movies. Some people don't like flashbacks. And if you combine those, I can see you hating that movie. But calling it bad on phasing and not easy to get in for newcomers is something that I just cannot like drive by without noticing. So yeah. Thank you, IGN. Please stop reviewing movies. That's everything. Or, and that's the I think new standard, if IGN will give some upcoming project like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, just some low score, then you know that it'll be a great movie. And if IGN will give it like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, then you know it'll be fucking horrible. Maybe their scale is the other way around, like the higher the score, the worse thing it is. That makes sense. Yeah, but those are just really the only things that I don't like about this movie. IGN review and the Czech translation. Yeah. And you can quote me on this. I gave myself a challenge, then I will be able to watch the last movie of Infinity Castle trilogy in Japan. Then I will fly to Japan when it releases to watch it before the Western release, and I will be able to watch it fully in Japan. And I would at least understand like half of it. That's like the challenge for me that I would really like to accomplish, because I like Japanese really, really much. I would love to understand like this language a bit more. and to go on a trip to Japan when the third movie is releasing. That's my challenge. What do you think, Chad? Is it a good challenge? Right now I would understand like when they're cussing each other, when they're they're saying each other's names, and when they are using breathing techniques. I remember them. Then I remember and Hinokami Kagura. You cannot possibly forget that. And probably some other sentences I know and understand a bit, but yeah, that's I think everything. That's everything, I think. Yeah. I wanted to do a review on Demon Slayer. What I think sucked is that the Western release was 2 months after the Japan release. That I understand why they would do such a thing, but I don't understand why they would do such a thing, if you know what I mean, Chad. It was painful to wait. I've met a lot of people on the internet that were like, yeah, I've pirated the movie and watched it, and I was like, chee. So I was just ditching every spoiler possible. But to be fair, Japanese government is really good at taking down anything with a spoiler. So I was able to wait until the Western release, thank God, because I was really scared that after the Japan release, I would see reels from it, and I have seen few that I just skipped over really fast. But in like 3 or 4 days after the Japanese release, the internet was quiet, which is really cool that they are able to handle it like that. Worrisome a bit, but pretty cool. I'm thinking if there is something else about this movie that I want to say. It's really different to watch an anime movie. Or at least this Demon Slayer one. Like, you cannot even start to compare it with normal Western movies or West movies. You know what I'm trying to say, right? I don't really quite get yet what is so special about them, but their movies are driven really differently. And even with movie cliches, yeah, is that the correct way to translate it? I'm pissed when I see a movie cliche, but in this movie, in Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, there were some moments that could have been addressed as movie cliches, but I haven't minded at all. Like, there were those typical situations that you would address as a cliche, but they were handled in so different way that I wasn't bothered with it even a little, which is pretty cool. And I still cannot wrap my head around it. Wrap my head around it. I want to create movies like that. I want to really create movies like that. It was so cool. Yeah, and I think that's everything. And I have a bit of a confession to make. I really wanted to make a review on the Demon Slayer, so I just live streamed it, and now we can make video and reels out of it, because as you know, we are trying to push the live streams and reels, mainly reels on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, and Demon Slayer right now is a hot topic, so we're gonna make a lot of reels out of this. Don't blame us. This is the way the internet is set it up. We weren't able to get better with movies. Yes, we haven't released a lot of them, but we weren't able to do so. So now we're trying to get higher with this. Let's see where that goes. And now we can make video about Demon Slayer. And just one other thing, a lot of things that I've directed and created are inspired by Demon Slayer in some way. You know, some scenes or some sequences, some ways to tell a story. I've used a lot of things that I've learned in Demon Slayer, and that's probably why it's so special for me. And the other part why it's so special for me is that Demon Slayer solely got me out of depression. I haven't said that loudly yet, but there was a time in my life where I felt pretty bad. It was last year, and I rewatched the whole Demon Slayer, and it gave me hope. So that's probably why it's that special for me. Not only it's visually stunning, and I love it for that. Not only its sound effects and sound design is stunning, and I really love it for that. It gave me a lot of things, this series, so... And now people are writing me and want to get some information out of me. What's happening? Who wants to give me some info? Good. Everything is going as it should. So thank you for not being here, actually. But we'll get to that. I think after I'll get back from this field trip with work, with streaming like every other day, this would get better, because people will actually know that we are streaming. Because start streaming out of the blue is such a bad idea for a small channel like us. So yeah. I'm gonna stop this live stream, I'm gonna edit this video, I'm gonna push it to Exim, and we can make some content out of this. And that's good. I'm trying to figure out if there's something else about Demon Slayer that I wanna say. Because it would be cool to make as much content out of this as possible. Don't blame me for this. Hopefully you're not blaming me for this, because we've been doing hard work for a long time. Wait, I can watch those teasers that are publicly available, right? Like this thing was... Yeah, the team. That's the impact. That's the impact I was talking about. I love it. There are some variations on it, but it's a really good one. I don't know how to address it. Jingle, the main sound of Zenitsu's theme. It sounds like it shouldn't be in a fight scene, if you know what I'm saying, but it's really good in it. If you would play this theme to me without those impact, I would be like, okay, it's, I don't know, someone running, which is perfect example of why is it good for him. But you know what I think by that? I think it shouldn't be working, but it is working pretty fucking good. And the way this blue lightning is made is really cool. And I'm now able to at least, watch it a bit. Let's watch it. Let's watch those trailers in 0.25x speed. I wanna see it. It's the only thing we can do. That's the only footage we have. Interesting choice. To have like a blue glowing outline and a dark inner space. Because normally when you're trying to make something glow, the inner space of it should be glowing, and the outline should be with the color that you want the, let's say, spell to be. Because when something is glowing really, 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 really much, like let's say a lightsaber, the inner part is always white, or in shade of white, if you know what I'm saying. But this is popping out, still glowing, still looking good, but the inner space is black. Fucking cool. Yeah, this, I love it. I want to try to do something like that. Okay, that impact frame, give me... Okay, lightning, cool. And then, yeah, splice with red. And some motion blur push in. But working pretty good. And after that going dark. And back to the action. Cool way to do an impact frame. This looks really good. I wanna try such a thing. With the glowing outline and dark inner section. Yeah, and as I can see, he's animated on 2s, and lightning is animated normally on 1s. Cool. Okay, and now the lightning is animated on 2s as well. Huh. On 2s, on 1s. Cool. Okay. Let's watch it again. Impact frames are, I think, something that Western movies really need. But they need to implement them in a good way. Because just throwing something and calling it an impact frame doesn't really work. You need to understand what gives the moment that power. He's glowing. Okay, breaking outliner. Blue flash with shockwave. Some lightning. Okay, abstract white outliner. White frame. And back to action. Cool. Pretty cool. Give it to me in full speed. Both of those shots. If I understand them a bit. Okay, it gives it the sense of slowing down with the blade and even with the lightning on 2s. Okay, I've seen an impact frame. That close up. I haven't even noticed it. So he has his face like that, then a really quick close up. Now he looks a bit like All Might. Just a bit with his eyebrows being blonde. Is it not? Oh. And just pretty close. Blue frame. Blue this is a cool frame, and back to detailed version. Huh. Cool. Cool. And that's what I'm gonna do with the whole movie when it's out. Just so you know. We have a second one with Shinobu. Rest in peace. But that fight was pretty good as well. Before we get to action, I want to address one thing about ufotable. This thing, they were using it in a series before the Infinity Castle, and I think it's a footage simulated of some sort with some weird abstract filter on top of it. That it's not actually animated. Maybe all of us knew, and I was just ignorant of thinking that I figured it out, but this, I think, is not animated, or maybe there is something driven on top of it, but it looks like a simulation with an outliner and some pretty cool shadering, some probably proprietary shadering. It still looks good. Like, I'm not saying it looks bad, but it's interesting that they're using something like that, because it works, and I kind of want to recreate it.
早いねだけど不憫だな仕業じゃ鬼は殺せない力が弱くても鬼の首が切れなくてもやらなきゃならないことがある
Yeah, you can see those effects as well. This shot is fucking beautiful, and shots of her like trying to reach him were pretty fucking good. This fight was also good. I just feel sad for Shinobu. Shinobu, right? That's the way to pronounce the name. But it was really good. And you can see the. Yeah, I think they're using. This is animated, but that there are some parts that I just think are simulated, which is not bad. I think it's still a pretty good work. But I'm just trying to figure out how they are doing it, and if it's simulated, I could be able to learn it and use it. Because I'm not a good animator, 2D animator. I've tried it, and simulating is way easier for me right now. So seeing something simulated in that movie gives me the impression of me trying to do the same. Cool. Wait. That was cool. Just flashing out before he attacks. Cool. Pretty cool. I don't think we have anything else, right? Key visuals. Oh! English dubbing behind the scenes.
It's time we had some fun. Hi, I don't know if you can see me, but hi. Thanks for having me.
What's the matter? Don't tell me you're done already!
Is that better?
Let's do one more just for the hell of it.
Make way! I'm coming through!
Oh yeah. You sure are incredible, Inosuke. You hit me with a laugh. I love it. You have the strength to fight not only for your life, but also for what's precious to you.
I can't help but feel sorry for Gramps that he has two useless successors!
Guys, Demon Slayer movie is gonna be so good.
Checkity check. 1,
Yes, it will be.
2. All right, time to be reborn. You ready?
Awesome.
God, I can't wait to see this.
Thanks so much.
Can I go to cinema for an English dubbing? Can I? I want to see it with the English dubbing. Okay, right now I'm serious. I want to see it with. I want to see it with the English dubbing. Okay. Let me just Google it for a bit. Yeah, and one thing that I've noticed in at least in Czech cinemas, there is there are nothing to advertise this movie. Like seriously, I was there for the opening night for the first premiere in Czech Republic in biggest IMAX, and there was nothing to advertise this movie. We have seen the art of now all the names are, yeah, we have seen the art of Akaza and Gyu and Tanjiro only for a split second on one screen in Cinema City. And I don't understand why aren't they not like trying to sell this movie a bit better. Is it just because it's animated, or are we still having this weird idea that anime is inappropriate, or why? Why wouldn't we? Like, I really don't understand it. Even now, when I'm trying to find if there'll be an English dubbing in Czech cinemas, I really need to click on IMAX and on specific date, and then I can see the Infinity Castle. I don't know why is it like hated. Why is it not love deserve? It is love deserving. Why am I not able to see some ads for it? Like, we have people that want to watch it. The IMAX premiere was mostly filled, and there were people hyping it, and it was super cool. But I wanted to make a photo in front of the poster, so I was pissed that I haven't seen any. That's just, maybe there's a reason for it, but not any poster, not any sign signature that they are releasing it in Czech. You just need to click your way through to find a specific date, then click on for the IMAX, not 4DX, IMAX, and then you are able to see Demon Slayer. I don't understand that. Do you have it the same way in your country? Tell me, chat. Or is it normally shown with some posters and stuff like that in front of the cinema? Because I haven't seen a single thing, and this pisses me off. This movie deserves everything. Okay, I've been live for an hour and a half, and I think I've said everything that I wanted to say about Demon Slayer. So thank you guys for being here, and we see ourselves next week, probably next Monday on live stream. And that's all. See ya. Bye bye. How do I turn this off? Okay. It's been fun, right? It's been fun. It's been a lot of funny. Where's my music? I want my music. Give me my music. Nice. Superhero. I've heard this one. Control. Okay. I wanna play some non-copyright song that I haven't heard for a long time. Okay. No. No. Yeah, that works. Okay, that works. Okay, so bye bye. Be seeing ya.